right, Tassos, just how challenging was Van over inside during the game?
He's a really good player too. I mean, apart from his height, that makes it like really tough to guard him down there. He's a really good player. He's moving around. He can hit shots, and that is a challenge for us, for our team. And I think our guys like did a great job on him, and tried to do their best actually. And he hit some tough makes, tough layups, tough shots, and he's a good player, as I said.
Just being 6'8" out there, you're taller than most people, but you see someone out there 7'5", just how different of an experience is that?
It just, I don't know, man. It's definitely like he's really tall. He's really tall. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just a challenge though. I don't go out there. None of us goes out there, scared or anything. It's just a height. He's just another player, but it's definitely he's up there.
You get the start tonight. Just did your routine change at all getting the start tonight, and just take me through those first few minutes?
No, my routine didn't really change. My pregame routine was exactly the same. I'm not very superstitious when it comes to anything. So if I don't do something, it messes up my whole flow or anything. But it was a great experience and just humbling experience, and glad I was able to. But still doesn't change how I play or anything coming off the bench or starting.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you hit the three there after the timeout there to kind of jolt the offense a bit. Just what was working there with the offense just in that beginning stretch, getting ORU Roberts lead down to 1?
Just kind of playing fast. We're kind of just running a lot of motion, and guys were moving really well. And I think AJ hit a couple big shots and tough threes that went in, and that's what he does, and they kind of cut the lead, and we got some stops on defense, of course, which we needed all night, and yeah.
And then Tassos, you, AJ, Cruz, all coming off the bench, seemed to have a bit of an extra pop coming off the bench tonight. 3 leading scorers even off the bench. What was just the mindset just to be extra aggressive out there tonight?
I think we always, come out on the court aggressive, no matter if we come off the bench or if we're in the starting lineup. As Max said, we have a routine, and that doesn't change no matter what. I just think we were locked in out there, and we were trying to do our best to help our team win. I don't think anything different was out there. Like in terms of our mindset, I thought we all played like very well. We gave our 100%, and we were trying to get the dub. So.
And then just down the stretch, you guys went on a 15-3 run there late. End up 82-70. Just with the good defense down the stretch, what can you take from that into Saturday's game against Kansas City?
I think going hard no matter what the score is, and playing from first minute until the last minute. I think that's the biggest thing we could take away from that game. And I think our guys have that mentality. We say that all the time. NBA, next best action. So I think we're gonna keep working on that and keep playing like that, and good things is gonna come. I can feel it.
And I think, too, down the stretch, we limited them to one shot, and that kind of helped us. And, Kansas City's a big team, and we're going to have to box out really well and grab the rebound so they don't get extra opportunities and make them just shoot one shot and get stops.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be a winner-take-all game for that number 6 seed in the tournament Saturday night. Just how much are both of you looking forward to the atmosphere of a game with such high stakes Saturday?
I mean, it's always amazing playing out there, with all the fans, and we're looking forward to it. It's going to be senior night too. It's going to be amazing. I'm expecting as many people as they can come to the game and watch us compete and hopefully get the win. But we're gonna definitely give it 110% out there.
For sure.
All right, ORU Roberts, really good team. Obviously, there's a reason why they're undefeated in the league, and their 4 losses are against really, really exceptional programs. It takes every ounce to try to beat a team like that. Unfortunately, when you get down 12-0 to start the game and you lose by 12, that comes back and stings a little bit. But I thought our effort was significantly better. Thought we played well the last 30 minutes of the game and played right with them. And you got to tip your cap to them. They have a lot of really good players and, just a very good team. And one of the best players in our league that could probably play in any league in the country with Max. So I'm proud of our guys for competing. There's no moral victories, obviously, but we're significantly better than we have been. and we need to keep that momentum going into the UMKC game. So congrats to Oral Roberts. Really, really good team, and obviously have a chance to go to South Dakota State to end the perfect season in league.
Tuesday on the radio broadcast, they said violation of team rules for why the starting lineup looked different. Just take me through your decision-making process with that starting lineup.
Yeah, going back first, the violation of team rules, try to keep it within our team. There are certain standards that we have that guys have to live up to, whether it's a freshman, whether it's a senior, anybody. We have really high expectations. So when there is an issue within our team, we got to figure it out, and we have to discipline them. So not what you want to do, but it had to be done. So the starting lineup, we haven't played a lot of guys, so it's kind of process of elimination. Yeah, I think the only 2 or 3 guys that we could have started otherwise was Felix, Miles Branch, or Cade. And just thought we'd play our best guys besides those 3 guys to start the game. And obviously, you get down 12, that's a tough position to be in against the best team in the league.
But after that first time out, Tassos, AJ, and Cruz all come into the game and seem to have that extra pop offensively and seem to really be engaged. And just talk about the effort that those guys presented coming off the bench tonight.
Yeah, there's adversity in every season, right? And there's different responses to adversity, and sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's not so good. And I thought their response was really good. If you look at it, when we subbed those guys in, we played even with them the rest of the game, right? We lost by 12. So, it can always go either way when you do something like that. And the winners, the guys that truly want to win, typically figure it out, and those guys figured it out. And I told them afterwards, if we play like this against UMKC on Saturday, it's going to be really good for us.
Absolutely, and then just the offense being able to get the Oral Roberts lead down to 1 in the first half. Just what were you doing to make them struggle offensively during that stretch?
Yeah, I think number one, I don't look at the offense. I look how we were defensively, and we did a different game plan. Guarded them completely different than we did the first time, and obviously we got beat pretty bad the first time. But our guys bought in and really executed the game plan, which I think getting stops helped us on offense, right? Offensively, we played some different lineups. We didn't play big the entire night. When I say big, it's Damani and Tassos together. So when you play small, the last time we played them, they would just put 35 Vanover on Damani and just sit him in the paint, right? And when you play smaller, now he's got to guard somebody that can shoot it, drive it, and do some things. So that was our thought process of just putting 4 skilled guys in there with Tassos who can shoot it, and it made us really hard to guard. And, we scored 40-plus points in the second half by just picking on matchups. And our guys are getting good at it, too, just understanding who sets the ball screen, who's on the block, or vice versa.
Yeah, and you mentioned how Max may have NBA potential. Vanover shoots a 3, 7'5" player, gets inside. Just how much of a mismatch is he just across the league?
Yeah, I don't know who the second tallest player is in our league. There's got to be a couple guys that are 7 feet tall, but I'm not sure I can think of any off the top of my head. But, yeah, he's a mismatch, I think, in a lot of leagues. That's why he was at Cal. That's why he was at Arkansas in the SEC, so he played in the Pac-12 and the SEC, and has found a lot of success in our league in mainly just kind of being the anchor behind their defense. And, when you have a really good point guard like Max and then you have a big that can pick and pop like that, that's why we decided not to guard Vanover with our center, because we just switched everything so he couldn't get those pick and pops. So you kind of got to pick and choose, and we said, hey, if Juergens beats us, he beats us, and they deserve to win if he beats us. He hit 3 threes, 32 as well. We guarded him with our 5s a little bit, and I think they were 4 for 12 from 3, but we got the ball out of the right guy's hands and let those guys try to beat us, and they made a few shots, but I think that was the reason why we were in the game.
Absolutely, and then a 15-3 run there to make it. I know it's only gets it to 79-64, but still really good defense down the stretch from your team. What did you appreciate just about that effort and them kind of getting after it there late?
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing for us is not turning the ball over, right? So we had 2 turnovers in the second half, so we're able to set our defense and actually guard them instead of just giving them transition points. And then they didn't have any offensive rebounds. So when you can guard people and not give them 2, 3, 4 looks at the rim, that's really important. In the first half, how many times did we give up at least 2, 2 shots or 3 shots every single possession. So, you know, it's a trend at South Dakota State. We did the same thing. We gave up 10 offensive rebounds in the first half, fixed it in the second. I think we only gave up 5, but man, we didn't give up any in the second half. So really proud of that. Really proud of us taking care of the ball and just executing the game plan.
Yeah, and how can just that good defense down the stretch lead into Saturday against a really athletic team in Kansas City?
Yeah, I think it'll be a very similar game plan where there's some guys that maybe we sag off a little bit and encourage to shoot the ball. So by doing this against the best team, I think it showed us some success going into Saturday's game against UMKC. And they're different. They've had some injuries. They've had some guys out of the lineup, and they're playing some guys that haven't played a lot of minutes for them. So they'll be a much different team. And if you remember, they were our first league game back in December. So it's been, you get the first league game and the last league game. It's been a really, really long time. I think we've gotten better, and I think they're very, very different than the first time we've seen them.
And then just with everything to play for, it's looking like Saturday for that 6th spot. Just how much are you looking forward to the atmosphere and just all the circumstance and pomp surrounding
Yeah,
that?
I think it's crazy. You know, we've been talking about, can we slide up to 6? Can we slide up to 5? And the 6th seed is still attainable, right? After everything we've been through, you know, getting swept on the road, and we're still right here, and we can control our own destiny, basically. So, you know, if we beat UMKC, we're in that slot. We don't have to play the playing game. We're probably, if we get that seed, we're playing St. Thomas or NDSU, which is a really good matchup for us. And then South Dakota State would be on the other side into the semifinal game. So that's what we're concentrating on right now. Like I mean, we've talked about it a lot. This game, and I didn't talk about it with our players, but essentially it didn't mean anything in the standings. It's all going to come down to Saturday, which is senior night, right? And it's our only Saturday night game that we played the entire season. So we'd love it if our fans came out and supported. We're actually going to honor all 5 guys graduating. With the COVID years and all that stuff, like, you just don't know, right? It's going to be like that for maybe 2 or 3 more years. So anybody that's graduating our program, we're going to honor on senior night. And if they decide to come back, great. We'll welcome them back with open arms. But so we have AJ, Mason, Cruz, Damani, and Tassos, our whole starting 5 will recognize on senior night. So we'd love to see you guys there and support them and get this place rocking. Huge, huge game for us going into the Summit League tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. And then just one more thing for me. I know you've seen a lot of great teams in this league. Kind of where does this Oral Roberts team stack up against those?
Yeah, you know, the hard part is I missed South Dakota State last year. So you watch them on film, but as far as me coaching in the league, you know, I thought we were really, really good my last 2 years here with Coach Smith. Won 27 games our last year, and that'd be fun to play a team like this. I think it'd be a really good game. But I would say, you know, South Dakota State had some really, really good teams. We lost our last year in the championship game to get to the NCAA tournament, and they were really, really good. And I would say between those 3 teams, those are the 3 best teams I've seen in our league. Thank you.